Hi, I'm Peter Jones with the State Department of Florida. As time goes on, one thing has become very clear down here. People are moving to Florida in record numbers. And we here at the State Department have one question. Why? Haven't you people heard anything about this place? It's fucking horrible. Now some of you may ask, but Peter, why is Florida so bad? And my answer would be, bitch, is this a science fair? Do I have to prove everything to you? I told you I wasn't cheating on you. But, for the sake of argument, I'm going to name some reasons and then provide evidence as to why we Floridians affectionately call the place Satan's asshole. The people here aren't just dumb, they're brain dead. I seriously don't know how they're allowed out of their houses without leashes. Sir, are you a Florida resident?
Yep, born and raised, lived here all my life.
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Sure, go ahead.
What's your favorite food group?
Vagina.
I said food group, sir, as in something you eat.
I know what you mean, I like to eat vagina.
What is one of the 10 rights granted to you under the Bill of Rights?
The right to be an American. That's something those terrorist bastards can never take away from me.
So what do you do for a living?
Nothing, really. Steal shit sometimes, hoping I can get something valuable enough to sell on a pawn shop on Route 19.
And it's not just the adults either. The kids are stupid too because, let's face it, the public schools aren't anything to write home about. Even the colleges here suck. One school's unofficial motto is, win or lose, we still booze. Which means your kid could start out like this and end up like this. And yes, it is possible to go from being white to black down here in the Sunshine State. Or at least people wish for it all the time. And if you don't believe me, think about how many Wiggers you know. I rest my case. But let's not stop there. There's so much more to discuss. Let's move on to point 2. The drivers in Florida are amongst some of the worst in the world. Even cabbies from New York won't drive these roads without a pistol, mace, and a guidebook on how to speak English. But why are our roads so pathetically bad? Because our sister department, the DMV, will give a driver's license to anyone who can sign their own name. Don't believe me? We just went on and interviewed a young woman who just got her license. So, what's your name?
Alanis Morissette.
And when did you get your license?
A week ago.
And how old are you?
I turned 14 2 weeks ago.
And what did you have to do for your license test?
Oh, I just walked in, signed a piece of paper, and they made me juggle golf balls and asked what I thought of this one movie, but there was no driving involved.
And is there anything special we should know about you, Alanis?
Well, I have this medical condition called narcolepsy. It means I can fall asleep at any time. I could be walking my dog or baking cookies, and all of a sudden...
Oh my god! Holy shit, she's driving! What should I do? Oh my god! Well, it's like the old saying goes. Woman driver, no survivors. Thankfully, that silly little bitch didn't hurt anybody. But that's not the only problem we have with our transportation here. What about those of us who don't have driver's licenses? You're not even a person here if you don't have a driver's license, because it's impossible to get around without one. In fact, the last I heard, the State Department is planning to put those of us who don't have driver's licenses into camps. Remember what happened the last time the U.S. government put people into camps? I'm pretty sure they weren't making marshmallow s'mores in those camps. So parents, do you want your parents or your kids locked up because they're too old or too stupid to drive? That's what I thought. But those aren't the only problems that modern-day Floridians are facing today. This reason may be last, but it's certainly not least. In fact, it's probably the most important reason not to move to Florida. There's nothing the fuck to do! We spend more time around here making plans and thinking about what we want to do than actually getting anything done. It's faster to have an abortion than it is to make dinner plans around here. Think about it. It takes at least 90 minutes between fighting with your friends on the phone, making the reservations, and actually driving out there. An abortion only takes 30. And I should know. Laura, you dirty bitch! You killed my baby! Fucking whore. We went out and interviewed some locals and asked them what they usually did for fun on a Friday night.
I mow the lawn for fun. Not really much else to do around here. Xanax works too, though. Pop a few of those babies, fire up the lawnmower, and I'm free falling.
I like to cook gourmet meals and watch pornography at the same time. Don't know why, but my therapist says there's nothing wrong with it.
On the weekends, I like to beat my wife. It's great exercise.
Have I convinced you yet? Stop moving down here. It's like the Hotel California, only all of our local bands are shitty. If you're thinking of moving, go to Wisconsin or Rhode Island or any place else but here. For the State Department, I'm Peter Jones.